Hey, what's good, everybody? The other day, I was browsing the eShop, ordered shit, and just typed in Sonic, like me when I was 11, and on GameStop.com, typed in Call of Duty, just to see like all the results. But the eShop results were the regular Sonic games that I already knew were going to show up, but so did a little gamey game called Pulley Roll, and it looked like it bit Sonic's flow, which could be cool. Because, like, besides Sonic Mania, let's be honest, Sonic hasn't had really any idea what to do with himself in the 2D realm. I feel like the 2D sections in Sonic Forces were kind of iffy, and Sonic 4 for the most part was pretty trash. I don't think that's a hot take. Let's see if Hoff Studios and their new mascot and its platformer can find a way into our hearts today. The game came out last October, and for 10 bucks, it'll probably be pretty mid, but fingers crossed, let's dive in. I gotta mention that you should like this video and subscribe to my channel for the brand or whatever, but I also gotta mention this promotional video on the eShop for this game was pretty fascinating and kind of funny. Cool marketing, and it tried to coincide with like the 1993 vibe this game was trying to run with. So at least there's some effort here. Shit, Pulley Rolly's even known as the Roly Poly with attitude. Maybe this game slaps. I guess first we can take a quick look at Pulley Rolly's enriching story. I don't really know what the opening cutscene was, if I'm being honest, but I had this edgy, grainy filter on, so something serious was happening. Gotta get the ugly bird. Something about the game's engine felt and looked like a little iPhone-y, and I checked, and yeah, it's all for the iOS, and I don't know why. That kind of makes me feel like silly playing it on the TV, but fuck it, it's still pretty fun. The first stage felt like a mix between Sonic 1, I would say, and Mario Land 2 6 golden coins. Trust me. Instead of pressing down to do this game spin dash, you just hold Y, though. It's kind of weird. It took a minute to get used to, but I'm not going to complain. It kind of sets Mr. Roly Poly apart. He can also get some power-ups, like unlimited bombs, and like this feather that helps you float down, and this one that also protects you from spikes. And but he also ricochets like a pinball, or like a Peggle ball for you Xbox 360 2009 gamers. And health-wise, you're given 3 hearts, a meter to fill, to regain the lost hearts. So it wasn't really like Sonic's health system, and it kind of reminds me of like Rystar a little bit. But the controls are cool, not perfect or really interesting. But definitely serviceable. But we also get this ugly overworld. It reminds me how Mario just looks like fat and flattened in Mario 3's overworld, just staring up at us. But this first green hilly zone was definitely Sonic-like, especially had these similar flowers that were throughout the game. But it also had this cave area, and as you advance, the sunset, and by the end of this zone, it was bedtime. The moon was out, and this blue waffle-looking ugly brainish bird was not cool. He was ugly. And you had to jump on his hatchlings to kill it. That's pretty fucked up, Pulley Roly. But yeah, it was a pretty boring, pretty basic first impression. Kind of a formality, like this is a 2D platformer that kind of is like Sonic-ish. The Green Hill was just kind of basic though, and I'm happy the game gets better as we move forward. Because at first the level design was very much giving me a...
Hey guys, this is my Mario Maker 2 world. I spent a lot of time on it, so check it out.
Very simple, and what you should expect when you pay 10 bucks, honestly. But it seemed to improve somewhat throughout the game. Much more to look at, and it advances in difficulty, so the levels are just more filled out generally. But the game itself was appealing and fun. Nothing you haven't done like 5 or 6 times though, especially if you like are a 2D platformer fan. You've seen all this game's trickeries. The second world, beyond its island theme and this Google Chrome looking beach ball, more of the same. Still cool though. It's fun, laid back platformer. Has enough to keep you interested. I think they put a lot of effort into it, right? Look at his idle image. He's breathing and blinking, and his antenna. He's kind of cute. He's got some spunk. Don't sleep on him. Come on now. But there's a lot going on in the background too in this game, so it looks good. Even though it's on the iPhone. And it's kind of copying Sonic's style. Kind of sets itself apart. It's kind of just going for that general 90s look. Kinda. I don't know. But the boss in this world was fire too. So far, both bosses have kind of been rising up, and it kind of reminds me of Doodle Jump, and reminds me of my mortality, and that I'm playing an iPhone game on a TV. But hey, it's a good platformer, so I shouldn't gatekeep or whatever I'm doing by talking shit. But still. And a positive that comes from this, I would say the game is like forgiving, which may lend to the iOS like easy to pick up vibe. Has unlimited lives, and like you just like right when you die, you just like snap back right to like the start. This plug boss was like the first challenge the game really offered, and I also realized here you can get the 3 gems in each level. It unlocks other levels where you can get a new heart to raise your maximum health, like from 3 hearts to 4 hearts. I kind of did some of that, but I didn't really feel like collecting them all. I'm sorry, I'm a bitch. But yeah, I would honestly maybe believe you if I seen like a few snippets of gameplay to this and you told me it was a Genesis game. But the colors are a little bit too poppin' for that, but still. I mean, even the music sounds like a kind of like a basic game I'd find in like the Sega Genesis collection. But they also add a few synths, which make it enjoyable and kind of groovy. So I fucked with it. The graphics were pretty barren in World 1, but the areas that have more original and cool ideas seem to have better graphics instead of just
green grass zone. Wow.
Okay, let's check the box on that. We're done with that style. And it's another mascot trying to be cool like Sonic, which a lot of mascots did and succeeded on, like Crash and Jack and Daxter and Sly Cooper. Then Sonic Team tried to come back, outcool them with Shadow the Hedgehog, and I don't even know why I'm talking trash, but back to the game at hand. It's a pretty pick-me-up game. Play it for a little, maybe run through it on a boring day. This roly-poly can roll, but he cannot duck. It's weird. I didn't really get too frustrated with that though, and any control choice wasn't really good, but I wasn't impressed either. It was just kind of like, I get what I have to do. Beyond some cute idle animations and moving parts in the background, the same was going for the graphics, especially as we went on. It was kind of blocky. The enemy variety was kind of lacking. We're popping the same bitches throughout the whole game. But honestly, this game succeeds in what I think it was going after. It's affordable. It pays a fair homage, whatever the hell, to the 90s, down to its marketing. And can bring you back to the past, I guess. I don't fucking know. We're spoiled. This would have been a slapper back in like 1992, the hottest game of the year. But people moved on. We don't need 16-bit anymore. We got Miles Morales.
For falling into a headfirst dive is just full of the exaggerated swagger of a black teen.
God. I still liked you though, Roly Poly. Especially if you like and comment game. That was terrible. The next fire area felt more reminiscent of Mega Man and like Marble Zone from Sonic 1, where you had to fucking wait and just sit there. So it kind of took away from like the speedy roly-poly fun. But the bosses fire once again on these, and I think that's just gonna have to be the highlight of the game. I'm just gonna hold out for these bosses because they're all good. And I mean, the levels don't really drag, and they're not bad, but they're not memorable. I didn't find myself bored, but I wasn't lit like I was when I was playing the bosses. The levels, the look kind of just reminds me of like Mutant Mudds, like a little just like, I don't know. You remember Mutant Mudds on the Wii U? I was vibing in like 2013 on Miiverse. It's not new, but you'll probably be cool with spending $10 on this. I got my fun, even though this Marble Museum Zone was kind of trash. And to be honest, at this point, if you made this game soundtrack, be proud, give yourself a pat on the back. I'm vibing. It's pretty good. It made this game feel a lot more cohesive, like a complete project worth my time. And this next Woodwork Zone, I wish this one was the introduction. I really liked the look of it and the arts, and it actually had like a cool art style, unlike the first one. Seafoam Makers just had a pretty bad first impression, for real, so I can't be on this game's side fully. But I also appreciate we fought the same enemies the whole game, and towards the end we're introduced to this shark in a bow tie. Welcome, sir. This level had some frame drops, probably from these sparkles. Nice. I'm not a completionist though, so I didn't get to see every level this game had to offer, but I did complete and enjoy the game. Just not 100%er. But by the end, the graphics were kind of wearing on me a little, especially like these blocky unnaturalness to everything during Frozen Desert, the last level, and like the Dice Palace. Made it look more like a grid or like a square game, like Mario Maker, just cube square by square. At the end of the second to last level, you see the castle looming in the distance, and I don't even know if he knew what we went through. Like, was the bird in cahoots with like all those bosses? They were all just like random, felt. But we're about to beat this dude's ass and save whatever we are after, or stop whatever was going on in that first intro cutscene. I'm sorry I was on my phone during the start of the game. I'll show it in my recording though, but I don't know what the fuck happened. Fuck that bird guy, right? That's what's going on. I'm about to beat his ass. The boss was like low-key a pain though. It started off like going fast, dodging shit. And then you had to do a bunch. There was like 3 layers to it, and then you peeled him, and then you peeled him like an onion, and you beat his ass. It was definitely fine. Yeah, pretty much a game in a word. It's fine. It's cool. Nothing crazy, Mom. I'm not doing my knock jacket. But $10 is $10, dude. And honestly, with the eShop sales going crazy, you might want to spend your money on something else, but this game is pretty cool. If you want to scratch a Sonic itch, I think it did that for me. My itch got scratched. I'm calling it here. Even though you can get more collectibles for the real ending, I'm tired though. And I bought cooler games that are on sale right now, so that's not to say I didn't enjoy my time though, and I'm not disrespecting Polyroll. I shake his hand. The game was fun, pretty enough to look at with its retro look and bouncy chiptune soundtrack. Nothing was really remarkable, but Everything was serviceable, and the boss fights were a high point. If this looked fun to you, it's pretty much what you see is what you get, bro. You still listening, and you didn't decide if you want to fuck with this game or not? Come on, bro. Honestly, I feel like I played it a bit too long, and it kind of dragged a little, but I get bored pretty quickly, and my attention span's like a...
Not good, LOL.
I don't know what the fuck it's like. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe if you want to see more shit like this. Have a good day. I think I'm gonna meet you guys on the basketball court next time. Ooh, what's that mean, Joe? Don't worry, Sonny. We'll find out soon.